Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds, and I paint the rest. So, we have had an interesting day. It feels like a lot of the days are interesting right now, but you know how that goes. I'm tired. It's quite funny with this last infusion. For those of you that are new to my channel, I had breast cancer, and I had chemo, surgery, radiation, and then I had maintenance infusions, and I just finished that. So I am officially done. I still have numerous labs and tests, and I have several things, but I am officially done with the bulk of the main the main things, and cancer free. So this last one, it's let's see, right at 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks, that I had my last infusion. And it's like every other day is the opposite. Like yesterday was mostly a good day, and today was mostly an exhausting day. And so it's just interesting how my body just is like, nope, I'm done today. So I'm hoping that since today was kind of one of those off days, that tomorrow is a very good day, because I do comedy. I used to do blah, I can't talk, and I do comedy. I used to do it a lot more than I do it now, but with Owen and not having it's hard to keep him in routine that he is happy with, with different babysitters, different things like that. So it has to be somebody that would just timing and just all the things. So it's getting to that point where I feel like he's getting older now, and he's starting to kind of realize a little bit more. And so I think it's going to be easier to start doing more again. And I have more help now than I did before. So I think that will make a big difference with all this. Looks like a Christmas tree at this point, doesn't it? I talk about not changing my paintbrush a lot, but I am going to make some big eyes here. And sometimes I put the eyes on top, and sometimes I put them underneath. Depends on my mood. Depends on the bird. I need to paint some backgrounds with Owen. I need to do lots of things. I just have not had any energy to really do all the things. So, anyways, so I'm hoping tomorrow is one of my really good days because I have a event tomorrow night, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's at the cancer center where I got my treatments, and so I'm hoping that my brain works, because right now it's still on vacation mode. It's in chemo brain. I always joke because my I never know if it's my thyroid or my or the chemo that is making me forget something. And now and then my friend reminded me, even though Owen's 13, that I have mommy brain, which is, also very real. So I've got all the things. And it's when you can't remember, it's hard. And then I never have really memorized things well, and it's just one of those, again, brain deals. So that makes it harder when you're trying to be funny, when you can't really remember what you're supposed to be saying. So, but that's okay. I do better on the fly, but I'm not as funny on the fly. Especially when I can't remember what I'm supposed to be saying. So, one of these days, maybe I'll figure out how my brain works and can remember all this stuff. But that's okay. It's just fun. I just have fun. That's what matters. So, Owen gets it in his head that it's so hard to explain because, all kids and people can push others' buttons. I always say Owen's a button pusher because, he's a teenager. And my question always is it Owen? Is it autism? Is it age? Because it's so diverse, you know what I mean? Like and he doesn't even understand really that, it could be all of those or any of those. He has gotten it down quite well how to push my buttons, though. And he doesn't even, I don't even know how to really say it. Like, when he came home from school today, he grabbed one of his books, and all he would do was talk about ripping it. He wanted to get my attention on ripping this book. And he wouldn't let it go. And I kept ignoring it. And he literally kept going on about this for 20 plus minutes. And I kept asking him other questions. And I mean, I'm right here and he's literally dropping the book in my face, like holding it and moving through it and telling me that he's going to rip the book. When I'm trying to ask him what he would like for his snack, what did he do at school, how was his day, all of these things are all no, 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 no. And so I'm not looking at the book at all, but just continue to talk to him about the stuff, which then in turn made him do it more and continue to go through all of the motions. So, again, it's hard when like reprimanding him does not work. Like he doesn't know how that connection is. Like I will explain to him that we're going to stay home because of his behavior, but his behavior doesn't change if we stay home. Like he's not making that connection. It just almost becomes more intense, more, involved. I don't know how to even explain it. But it's a lot. It's a lot for him to figure out. It's a lot for me to figure out. And like I always explain to him, I tell him that we're a team and mommy may be the mama, but that doesn't always mean that I know how to handle a situation or I get it right. I do know that just like him, I, want what I want. And so it's working together in those moments to try to get the calm and the peace and working through what we each want to deal with. And again, that's kind of a lot to get him to understand. But he's come a long way, and now he can push my buttons. So as hard as that is, I'm thankful for the steps that he takes. They may be hard. They may not go with the flow. They may ... But I'm still very thankful that he's where he's at. Because, they told me he may not talk. And you know what that means. So when the doctors told me that he may not talk, I told Owen that he could do anything he set his mind to. And I kept telling him to move it around in his brain. And I didn't do this once. I didn't do this twice. I did it every day. I told him and told him and told him. Because I didn't want him to not think, one, that I believed in him. And I didn't want him to ever think that he couldn't talk. I wanted him to know 100 million, trillion, bazillion, whatever you want a number you want to think. The highest number available, that he could do it. And not only does he talk, but he talks in lots of languages. And when he'll say that he's mad in 4 languages, or he's going to scream at me in 4 languages. And I laugh thinking about that, because here he is, wanting to scream at me in 4 languages, which is kind of funny in itself. just because it's amazing that he can, like, that he can do any of it. I mean, because he's taught himself. He's taught himself. Like, I don't speak 4 languages. I know words in probably 4 languages, but I couldn't hold a conversation. As you can tell, sometimes I have a hard time getting through my sentences in English. So, it's one of those things that when I'm trying to do eyes, I try to concentrate because I also have problems doing straight lines or eyeballs, and several other things. But, we just have to work together, believe in each other, and keep moving forward. So, there's our little kind of an owl, kind of a tweet bird. I don't know. He's something. So my hair's growing so much that when I'm sitting here, the camera is very low. It'll hit the camera sometimes. So that's funny in itself. All right. I think we are done here as I keep doing some of them. So we do O for Owen, and then L, and ooh, I thought that was gonna drop. B. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.